Good morning and happy Vlogmas Day 2. So, hopefully we successfully posted day 1. I'm assuming we did if I'm here vlogging this again. But, I wanted to start off today by showing you, one of the bookshelves that you don't really get to see ever. So, in the front of our house, we have our front door. And then you kind of turn, This is the background of filming usually. And then we have this wall right over here. And we actually have this bookshelf down here. So I wanted to kind of show you that because now that it's the 1st of December, this first cube is always the books that we finish in a month. So we usually have one buddy read and then I'm over here and then Zach is the buddy read down. Neither of us read a ton this month. Sorry, I'm kind of blocking the light. So I read Runtime, Killers of a Certain Age, Daphne, The Butcher and the Wren, The Bell Chime, and True Crime. And Zach read Runtime, Wanderers, 11/22/63, and Charlie's Choo Choo. But now that it's December 1st, we can put those books away. Usually if we're filming like a wrap up, we'd just gather them and then we'll start anew. So yeah, I guess I'll look into putting some of those away. Let's see if I can get a camera set up here. All right, we'll work on that. So I guess I'll do like a mini wrap up. In this Vlogmas, we've got Runtime by Catherine Ryan Howard. This was the buddy read. We're doing a podcast episode dedicated to this book. That'll be linked down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe because this summer is going to be crazy and I would love to have you. Or did I say this summer? I think I meant to say this December, but it sounded weird. I don't know. But subscribe because I would love to have you and give this video a thumbs up if you're excited for Vlogmas. This book I gave 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it and I don't know where to put it right now. I guess we'll put it back here. All right, 4.5 stars. Next up, Killers of a Certain Age, which you saw yesterday. This I'm settling on 3 stars and you basically saw my thoughts on all of it. So next up we have Daphne. This one we did do a podcast deep dive on and Zach read this last month. Well, okay, technically October, now that last month is November. I really like this book. I also gave this 4.5 stars and I just really loved the writing. I liked all the talk about anxiety and I was very intrigued pretty much the whole way through. So good stuff. Next up, we have The Butcher and the Wren, which was featured in a 24-hour reading vlog. This one I didn't like as much. I gave this 2 stars and this one, it just kind of, I never really got attached to the characters. That was my main problem with it. And I just didn't like the ending like pretty much at all. So The Butcher and the Wren. Next up we have a couple novellas to finish out the wrap up. We have The Bell Chime. Unfortunately this one wasn't a new favorite, which I really wanted it to be because I really like Monica Bani. This one I think I settled on a 3-star. And this is about a girl with paralyzing night terrors and you're kind of flashing back and forth between night terror episodes and like real life, and I'm just gonna leave it at that because it's a short novella. Like I said, I gave this 3 stars. Written very well though. And then next up we have True Crime by Samantha Kolesnik. This one I gave 5 stars. It's probably my favorite read of the month. And I really enjoyed it. This is definitely more of a disturbing book. Definitely check the trigger warnings before you dive in, but I think that, you know, if those trigger warnings check out for you, then I would recommend. It's about 2 siblings who have an abusive mother. One of them kills the mom and then they basically go on a killing spree cross country, and very good. Packed into just like 150 pages or something. So that's my wrap up. And then I told you yesterday I was gonna talk about some more books that I wanted to read during Vlogmas, but I'm gonna start with just my next reads potentially. So let me move the camera. Here we go. Okay. So, some other options to read are, which some of these I'll probably start right away. We have The Night Eaters, which I'm already halfway into. This is a graphic novel by the authors of Monstrous. I'm liking it so far. This one, it's not going to take me that long to get through because A, I'm already halfway through, and B, it's a graphic novel. So I could probably definitely finish that in this day. And then a couple other options. I have another one from the library. I have Loot by Jennifer Thorne. This one I think might be a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I am really intrigued by it. I love the cover. I love the colors. So I might start that within these next few days. And then a novella that was on my TBR is Invitation to Death by Brian Smith. I actually have the audiobook for this because we got it last year when Zach read it. And so this might be a good option to read today. It's only 143 pages, so I could definitely finish that in a day. So this one's also set on Christmas Day, so that could be fun. And then the one I think I'm going to start next is Before the Ruins by Victoria Gosling. This is actually our buddy read of the month, so if you are interested in reading a book with Zach and I, pick up this book. Neither of us really know much going into it. We just know that it's a thriller set in winter. That's kind of it. But we'd love to have you join us if you would like. So I'm probably going to start this physically. I know that Zach is going to read it through Audible, so I might get a little head start on him. And then I'll have him talk to you about the next book he's reading. I believe it's Stolen Tongues, but we'll check in with him in a second. He's actually off work today. I have work today, this morning, just a pretty short shift, so I'll be able to come back and do some reading. But yeah, tomorrow I am off and Zach has work, so tomorrow should be a good day to vlog too, because I'll have a little bit more time. Also, this book is under 300 pages for sure, right? This book is 272 pages. Let me see if there's a blurb that I can get you. A gripping, multi-layered debut about 4 friends, an empty manor, and a night that will follow them for the rest of their lives. Sounds good to me. So yeah, a nice short little thriller to start off December. What could be better than that? So those are my plans. I guess I'll check back in with you when I actually start a book. I'm still kind of doing finishing touches on day 1. I haven't uploaded it yet because our Wi-Fi works better in the morning, like it's faster. So I wanted to wait and upload it this morning because it's almost 40 minutes long. So I can't promise that all of the vlogmas vlogs are going to be that long. I can imagine that some will get all the way down to even like 8 minutes or something like that, but good start there. Also, look at my ring. How cute is it? It's a snake. Anyway. All right. I'm actually in Zach's library / office room right now, and I wanted to update. I did end up choosing to start Before the Ruins. I'm just barely into it, but right off the bat, like my first impression is, it's a little confusing. There's different timelines, and it's hard to know who you're reading from. Like, that's what's confusing about it. I'm literally only like 15 pages in, and I'm like, oh gosh, here we go again. I need another good book. The last few that I've read have been like 2 or 3 stars, with The Bell Chime, with Butcher and the Wren, with Killers of a Certain Age, and I'm like, I need another 5-star book, and this book ain't starting out to be that. So we'll see. I'm gonna give it, a chance and everything, but just first impressions, I'm not too sure about it. You are following these 4 friends, but I'll have a better update my next one. Like I said, it's still early in the morning, so I actually could finish this book today, but I just wanted to give like my very first impression. So we'll see how it ends up. Stay tuned for the next clip when I'll probably talk about it a little bit more. I'm also going to get a clip from Zach with whatever book he chooses, and yeah, I guess I'll see you then. But what are you reading?
Reading Stolen Tongues by Felix Blackwell. It's about a couple named Faye and Felix, And Faye's been having a lot of weird, sketchy episodes of like, I don't know, like seeing people and having weird dreams, and like it's all rooting to like this cabin. Felix is trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and Faye's just like, leave me alone. And she's like answering questions differently than how she used to. Like, he used to call her like monkey feet because of her feet being like a weird shape or something like that. And he's like, oh, don't you remember when don't you love when I call you Noodle? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like,
what?
And then he literally in the book was like, yeah, I've never called her Noodle. I always called her Monkey Feet. So I think she's like not who she is anymore. So
Interesting. But
yeah.
you only have like 2 hours left, right?
Yeah, it's about like 2.5 or so.
So you'll definitely finish that today. Let us know what you're reading in the comments because we'd love to know, right? Also, look at our tree. It's very skinny. We didn't put any ornaments on this year. We're just keeping it basic and...
Au natural.
All right, gotta go. Bye. All right, so I'm on my way home from work. Like I said, Zach is off today, so I'm gonna go see him. He might have actually finished Stolen Tongues by the time I get back home, but I guess we'll wait and see. And I also forgot to mention at the beginning of this, we have a bowling league tonight. Zach is in a bowling league, and I usually go and hang out, and because we know a lot of the team and everything, and I like going too. So we'll probably take you to bowling tonight, and I'll probably bring my book to listen to. I'll probably bring some headphones. So yeah, I'm still working through Before the Ruins, and it's still a little confusing. It's page breaks that break up the different timelines you're following, but also I don't know if I'm like missing something, and I can't really say what that is in case it's a spoiler. But so one of the timelines, Peter, who's one of the 4 friends, is missing, and no one's heard from him. And also, like, it took them a while to reach out to each other and be like, have you heard from Peter? So I find that a little weird. And then the other timeline is when the 4 friends, like I said, are staying at this manor, and because it's the end of the world is coming, and so I'm gonna be stuck in traffic here in just a second. It's 3 o'clock, and this business that I'm about to pass is probably letting out right now. Anyway, yes, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so we still got time to read. But yeah, I'm just a little confused. Like I said in the book, I need to get further in so I can kind of get more of a grasp of like how this book is really gonna work out and everything. And I can't remember the 4 friends' names off the top of my head. Like I said, I'm not super far into it, but we have Peter, I know, is the one because one of the storylines is about him. And then Andrea, they call her Andy, is one of his friends. And then Andrea's boyfriend, Marcus, is another one of the friends. And then I can't remember the 4th one. It's another dude, I'm pretty sure, and I can't remember his name. It could be like Dave or something. I could be so off. That's just me just guessing. But yeah, I don't know. I got to get a little bit further so I can kind of see, get more of a feel of the writing style. I think this was Victoria's debut novel, and I'm not sure when it came out. I think it's more in the last couple years, so I'm not familiar with her at all, but I'm going to give the book more of a chance. I am not, however, going to do what I did with Killers of a Certain Age and give it basically the entire book to get super into it. I'll probably, if I can't get into it by page, 75 or 100, I'll probably DNF it. But like I said, I'm going to give it a fair chance. And then, I kind of showed you the other books that are maybe next up on the list. I also need to read One by One by Ruth Ware. Well, I don't need to. It's on my TBR, and that's one I'm really, really interested in because I know that it's very, you either giving it 5 stars or you're DNFing it or giving it 1 or 2 stars. Like, I know it's very divisive, and I'm really, really intrigued to see where I'll land. So I really want to get to that sometime during Vlogmas. Also, we've got some like actual like holiday things planned during Vlogmas. We've got some holiday parties we're going to. We're planning to do maybe a couple like Christmas light shows. So there's going to be holiday stuff within Vlogmas as well as the reading. So I want it to be a good mix. I just don't have that yet. But like I said, my schedule is going to be kind of shifting a little bit since I got a new job. So I'm going to have to kind of figure out what my new schedule is going to be like. So I'm going to head home. We'll go check in with Zach and see how Stolen Tongues is going. And then I'm going to try and read a little bit more, like I said, before bowling tonight. And I'm also going to change too. But let's go check in on Zach, and I will update you in the next clip.
Hi, it's me, and I've got my update for Stolen Tongues. I'm on chapter 35, which is page 232. It's starting to falter a little bit for me. I was really into the story for the first bit, which there's another horror book that a lot of people like that was like this for me, and I think it was what's that book that everybody really likes where all the authors go to the house? Kill Creek. Kill Creek was kind of like this for me. Like, it was a really solid start, good middle, and then the ending just kind of started getting like way out there. And I'm kind of getting that vibe with Stolen Tongues, because suddenly Felix is starting to see all these people that Freya was, or Fea, and now I'm just Faye. Now I'm starting to just like, all right, so like, how does this work? And they keep referencing like a cellar at the cabin, and like he's yet to go in there. I think all of a sudden he just like teleported through a wall and he thinks in there. I don't know what the hell's happening right now. I'm just starting to kind of get lost with the story. My mind is still like set on 11/22/63 right now. So like, this book has just kind of been like a filler, TBH. So it's not bad, but I don't know. I guess we'll just see what happens with the rest of it. So,
Well, you have less than an hour, right?
Yeah, we've got about 50 minutes left, which is exciting. I'm going to end this book and just kind of chill out for a little bit. Maybe start the next book. All right, so we'll see you guys for the next update, which I don't know what that'll be for her, so I don't know. We'll see you. All right, so I just finished Stolen Tongues by Felix Blackwell. Definitely veered in a direction that I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm going to end up giving this 3 stars. I don't know. The last like third of the book was just kind of like meh for me.
You like the beginning more?
Yeah, the beginning and the middle was like, all right, cool, I got this. And then like the last third was just like, it just didn't make sense to me. I thought this weird entity creature was like stalking them and following them, and like I wanted them to be in the cabin more than like anything. I'm going to be starting All Good People Here by Ashley Flowers, which is the JonBenet Ramsey book that Danielle says.
I gave it 4.5 stars.
So I'm going to read that next. I'm not going to lie, I still can't get over 11/22/63.
You'll get into this because you're going to be familiar with it.
Well, yeah, I'm going to be familiar with a story that's just about the same. So.
And you're 9 books away, actually technically 8 books away from your Goodreads goal.
Which is depressing, because normally I set my goal low and I've hit 100 books the past 2 years, and that is just not happening this year. So
the goal is 75.
Yeah. So, yeah, Stolen Tongues, 3 stars, whatever. All Good People Here. I'm going to start that next.
We're at bowling, and Zach is killing it in the 3rd game so far.
Really nice start.
I can't stop sneezing, so maybe I'm getting sick again or continuing my sickness. I don't really know, but I definitely have a book update when we get home.
Hey, baby.
Alright guys, we're just leaving the bowling alley. I'm going to do one update for Before the Ruins, and then this will probably be the end of day 2. I'm with Zach, obviously.
Hi.
He doesn't really have any updates since he finished Stolen Tongues. He started watching the 11/22/63 what is it, show? Miniseries or something?
Hulu TV series that came out a little while ago. And it's so I'll hop on camera here. Since you mentioned that, I'm very upset though, because literally I was gonna watch episode 1 before bowling started, and all it says on Wikipedia for how long the episodes are, it says 44 to 80 something minutes an episode. So I had no idea how long the episode was. I stopped right in the middle of it, so I'm kind of upset that I didn't finish the first episode. At least I don't think I did. Yeah. I have no idea how it's going to work. So, but yes, I am watching it, and I really do want to finish it. So, back to Daniel.
I only got through a little bit more of Before the Ruins. I kind of had, you might even be able to hear it in my voice, I had a sneezing attack in the bowling alley. I literally had to leave the lanes and go sit in a separate room away from people. I just could not stop sneezing. And obviously, I'm still not 100% better from when we both got sick, but that came out of nowhere. And so I literally couldn't listen to the audiobook. But I'm getting a hang of the writing a little bit more. I actually downloaded the audiobook for this one too, because I was like, well, it works for Killers of a Certain Age, so let's see if it works for Before the Ruins. And it definitely has helped. So, yeah, I'm going to continue doing the audiobook with the book. And like I said, I'm getting a hang of it a little bit more. We just got introduced to the 4 friends are at the manor. And we just got introduced to one of their uncles. And he is I feel like he's going to end up being a little bit sketchy, which now, since that's my prediction, I can't really tell you if I'm going to be right or wrong. I'm going to keep going with the story, but yeah, right now, I think his name is Dave. I was wrong about the 4th friend. I was right about there being a character named Dave, but Dave is the uncle. The 4th friend's name is So, yeah, I'm going to keep going with it tomorrow. So, unfortunately, the only book done today was Stolen Tongues, and then
it was not the greatest.
Yeah. So. I was telling them I need a 5-star book. I've read a lot of, just average books lately.
Well, the problem is,
I don't see Before the Ruins
as I said before, I literally had the issue where I just finished 11/22/63, and that book was so good, and then I read Stolen Tongues, and I'm like, wow, now I'm suddenly back in a slump.
Which Stolen Tongues is a book a lot of people really, really liked, I know.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, it was just the last, third of the book kind of got a little jumpy and,
Which is okay.
crazy, and, kind of like, Kill Creek, or whatever that...
Yeah, you already said this.
Well, yeah, that's, like I said, it's a good comparison. The first chunk of the... You can't even see me. The first chunk of the book was really, really, good, and then, it just kind of got, crazy at one point, and then I'm just like, okay, what the hell's even happening at this point?
Yeah. But you're starting All Good People Here tomorrow, and that should be a good one.
Hopefully, yes. I just keep disappearing.
But, yeah,
Peekaboo.
We're going to end the vlog here today, but obviously we'll see you tomorrow, so I hope you guys have a great day, the day that you're watching this, and we'll catch you in tomorrow's episode of Vlogmas. So, bye!
Bye.